A few months ago, I took a trip to Sydney for the first time in God knows how long, and while it was certainly a cool trip, I realized just how little I knew about the actual scene. Like, I didn't know about the cool arcades, cool bars, cool events, that sort of thing. So, what I thought, since I got back to Melbourne actually, what I thought I'd do is kind of do a little guide here for New Game Plus, explaining all the cool stuff in Melbourne, like the cool arcades, the cool bars, the cool shops, that kind of thing. So, I think it's a little thing I like to call a gamer's guide to Melbourne. For those who live in Melbourne and never realize just what's here, as well as those coming to Melbourne for the first time and realizing, hang on, this is actually here. So we're here now at Galactic Circus, just outside of Crown, the largest gaming complex in Melbourne, with all sorts of games for pretty much all audiences. I mean, specifically here we've got racing games, we've got ticket machines, we've got fighting games. Hell, you've got mechanical machines, which you don't see much of in Melbourne. So the way you pay for games here at Galactic Circus is using one of these cards here. And the other cool thing about this is that once you find a machine to top them up with, if you top up with a certain amount, you actually get additional credit, which, hey, really awesome. The downside, though, the machines to top up your cards are few and far between, but once you find one, you're golden. Another interesting aspect of the Galactic Circus is that they actually have these little motion simulators here. Now, these aren't really my thing, but, there aren't that many out here in Melbourne and, not that many that are kind of clustered into one space. So, I mean, I guess if you're younger and you can't really reach some of the other games or too young to play some of the more violent games, I suppose this is pretty cool. So behind me we've got Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition 2012. Not that big of a deal considering you've probably got the game at home already, but in kind of a broader sense, it is a big deal. I mean, Galactic Circus was the home of Street Fighter 4 for many months. In fact, Galactic Circus was the first arcade outside of Japan to actually have Street Fighter 4 cabs. So I guess you could say it's the home of the recent resurgence of the fighting game community. So much like a lot of other arcades, Galactic Circus has a lot of ticket machines. In fact, there is a whole major section of this arcade which is dedicated to these yellow, annoying ticket things. And the cool thing about it, though, there are a lot of prizes on offer from if you have, say, 4 tickets to about 4,000 tickets. So if you want to spend a lot of money and hope to hell you're very lucky, you can be very fortunate to win a Sonic the Hedgehog chess set, because that's what we always wanted. So yeah, guys, that's Galactic Circus. I mean, it's the biggest and probably the most varied arcade right here in the city. Some of the games can be a little expensive and some of the machines can be a little uncalibrated, which is kind of annoying. But otherwise, if you're after a big, awesome gaming experience like this, you're not really going to find anything like it. So I'm Jamie, and next time we'll take you to another really cool location right here in Melbourne.